So I made 2 videos yesterday. The first video I was talking about, I would never go out of my way to defend any female family members if they got slapped by their boyfriend or whatever. Innit? Back in the day, when I was hyper, yeah, oh, your boyfriend, I'm there, innit? Never had to do it, but I was in that type of mind frame, like, yeah, I'll go and fight anyone over my girl cousins or whatever, innit? Because I thought that was like just the sensible thing to do. No, for the simple fact that women are not logical creatures. They're emotional creatures, right? So their emotion will override their logic. I.e., although this guy has put his hands on me, yeah, he choked me, he slapped me, and my cousin has rolled out, has defended my honor, and my cousin is now in prison, my emotion says to me, you know what? I'm going to still take this guy back. Although he has disrespected me and now my cousin is in prison for defending my honor, I'm still going to take this idiot back. And I ain't even going to go and put no money on my cousin's book. This is why I will not defend any of my female cousins, because females as a whole, 95% of them, their emotion outweighs their logic. So that's why I ain't defending no female cousins if something happens to them, because I know all it takes is the guy to sweet talk them or whatever, and then they'll be back together and I'm still in jail riding too. So no, that will not happen. Now, I said in that video, if I'm in the situation and I'm present and, you know, my girl cousin's boyfriend slaps her in her face, it ain't got nothing to do with my girl cousin. It's got something to do with me. You're disrespecting me as a man. You think that you can hit one of my people them in front of me and I ain't gonna do nothing about it or say nothing about it. No, you're disrespecting me. We're gonna have a problem. That's why I'll defend it. I ain't defending my cousin. I'm defending my integrity as a man. So I made that video. I got a few comments on that video. Someone left a comment talking about how women provoke men, which is true. Yeah, women do provoke men. Women get disrespectful to men. Sometimes women slap men. Sometimes women throw the first punch. Sometimes women will hurl, objects against across the room towards a man. I get that. So I made a response video to that comment talking about how, certain times women do provoke men or whatever. But during that video, I did make a vital point, which I'm going to expand on, like it ain't just to do with relationships, that people will only do what you allow them to get away with. So if you're in a relationship right now, brother, and your girlfriend is disrespecting you verbally, she comes up in your face, she throws things at you, she embarrasses you in public, that is your fault. Ain't no one else's fault. It's your fault. It's not your fault because that person has acted like that one time. It's your fault because you have put up with it. If that was me, if a girl try embarrass me in public or disrespect me, you're gone. You're gone. You have to come back and maybe beg me back or something like that. I ain't just gonna, we ain't gonna sit up here and have a shouting match like two pit bulls. Yeah? Believe me, I don't take no shit from no women in it, yeah. You're gone. You're gonna have no girl disrespect me. I don't give a fuck who's there. I don't give a fuck if an ant is present. You ain't disrespecting me and no one's present. You ain't disrespecting me and it's just you and I in the house. Ain't disrespect, you're gone. So some people may have gone on silent mode and not commented, which is cool, innit? At the end of the day, people are free to comment, leave nice comments, bad comments. It don't matter, innit? I make these videos, they're public, people say what they want, innit? But I think some people may have not said anything because they think, it's all to do with the other person. Oh, the woman's provoking the man, so, it's the woman's fault. No. It's not solely the woman's fault, it's the man's fault, because listen, if a woman is disrespecting a guy, right, that ain't the first time. If a woman throws a punch at a man, right, that ain't the first disrespect. There was little gradual disrespect here and there. And that's why she got confident enough to act like that. Because she knows that guy ain't got the balls to leave. That guy ain't got the balls to leave. Now, expanding on that. If you've got anyone in your personal life, anyone you interact with that knows you, if some random person on the street, then that's different, isn't it? You still stand up for yourself, obviously. But if you got people in your personal life, it might be your boss. If your boss is talking shit to you, you need to put it on them. Tell them, don't talk to me with disrespect. And mean it. Tell them, if you speak to me with disrespect, I will leave this workplace. And mean it. But people don't want to do that. People don't do that because you're afraid. You ain't got no other options. That's why your boss can talk to you like you're a piece of shit, because you ain't got the balls to leave. You ain't in a position where in your life where, you know, you can go and work. You can go without work for 2-3 months, whatever. So that's why your boss can get away with talking to you like you're a piece of shit. You ain't got no other options. If a guy has a girlfriend and she knows this guy can pick up gal just like that, she will think twice about disrespecting him, you know, if she knows he's the type of guy to leave. Now, she won't give a fuck if he's not the type of guy to leave. You can have hella options or whatever, and if she knows you ain't gonna leave, she can't respect you. But if she knows you will leave, even if you ain't got no other options, if a girl knows a guy will leave, she will think twice about disrespecting him because she knows this guy's serious. If he breaks up with me, I might not hear from him again unless I contact him. That's the only time I'll hear from him again. Your boss at work's disrespecting you. If your boss knows that this guy will leave, they will think twice about disrespecting you. And even so what? So what if you leave and you have no job? You leave with your integrity. You leave with your dignity as a person. Regardless if you're a man or woman, it don't matter. Your parents at home. Your parents might talk to you with disrespect, or they see you as a fucking child because they know you ain't got no other options. You're broke, or your finances ain't too well, and your only option is that bedroom up there, sir, in the attic. That's the only option you got. That little tiny box room that a little 2-year-old child should be living in, that's your only option. So of course your parents ain't going to respect you as a person because they know you ain't got no option to leave. It's either there or the street or maybe one of your auntie or uncle's sofas. I'm not saying that my mum has more respect for me now that I've got my own place, but my mum knows at the drop of a hat I could just leave. Any nonsense, I'm not saying I have a problem with my mum or anything, but I'm saying if I had any nonsense whatever, I'll just go just like that. I'll go just like that. Now I love my mum whatever, innit, but I can just leave just like that. And my mum can just respect that as a man. She can respect me more of a man now that I've got the option to leave. I'm not saying she respected me less, but I'm saying like she can look at me and think, my son, he's independent now, and I can give him that bit more respect because he's independent now. Your friends. If your friends disrespect you, and you don't say none, you don't stand up for yourself, they will continue disrespecting you. If your friend's always phoning you up, oh, can you drop me here? Can you drop me here? Can you drop me here? And you don't really want to do it, and you don't say no, they will feed off, they can pick up on that vibe that, you're a bit of a coward, man. You don't stand up for yourself. That's why I take the piss. None of my friends will try to take advantage of me, take the piss out of me. Because they know what's coming. I don't give a fuck. I'll cut them off. Now I love my friends, but if they try to disrespect me, you're gone. You're gone. One of my friends, I don't even talk to him no more. He weren't no disrespect thing, whatever, innit? But I just got the type of mindset. I'll make other friends in it. Yeah, I've never been one to not make friends or nothing like that. So anyone who's in my life, they need to understand, if you are not helping me or you're trying to bring me down or whatever, you give me any trouble, you're gone. I ain't got time for no one. This is probably why it's actually a pro sometimes. I'm not going to say I'm an introvert. I just say like I just throw it out there, innit? Yeah? But I'm a bit introverted in terms of I just like my own space, whatever, innit? So I can go without having people in my life. So when people are doing nonsense in my life, it's easy for me to get rid of them because I don't need anyone. I like my own space. If you're an extroverted person, there's a con to that. It's you feel the need to always constantly have someone around you. So you will think twice about cutting people off and being alone. But if you're an introverted person, if you're a fucking man, you don't have no qualms in, oh, you're disrespectful, you don't, yeah? All right, cool, you're gone, fam. You're gone. Your neighbor throwing rubbish in your back garden, playing music till 3 in the fucking morning on a Wednesday night. They don't respect you. Because they know you won't say nothing, you won't stand up for yourself. If your neighbors know that, yeah, if I do any foolishness, my neighbor's going to stand up for himself and my neighbor's going to say something, they'll think twice about doing disrespectful stuff. But they ain't going to think twice. They just won't give a fuck about you if you won't stand up for yourself. Listen, I got fucking... Listen, I'm like neighborhood watch on this estate, yeah? I'm in Northampton right now, yeah? I'm in my own house, yeah? My neighbor puts up... She put up a little stupid little bag of nuts for squirrels or whatever. I saw the squirrels climbing on my shed at the back and they were eating the nuts. And I just observed the squirrels crawling on my shed, eating the nuts, whatever. So they have to crawl on the shed to get to the nuts, whatever. And I noticed that the squirrel ripped the bag off of the fence and now the bag was in my back garden. Now I'm thinking to myself, well, I shouldn't have to be cleaning up rubbish that the flipping squirrels are creating. So I went outside, I took the bag off of the shed that the flipping squirrel took off the fence. I went to the neighbour's house and I gave the neighbour back the bag and I said, listen, when you put this somewhere else, hang this bag up somewhere else because I don't want the squirrel flipping removing the bag and leaving the rubbish in my back garden. Yeah, shit like that. Shit like that. It seems petty, but and then I got a problem with that, so I'm gonna say something. Don't give a fuck. My tenants, they ain't fuck with me because I didn't let them get away with nothing. Man, you see that video, nightmare tenants and shit like that? Yeah, now maybe I made them seem worse than they were, but they were fucking good tenants. It was just the little things, but I fucking magnified them. My tenants couldn't get away with nothing like that. You think I'll come back to my house and there's all house parties and foolishness like that and people doing drugs and no, that would not happen. My team members at work when I was supervisor, I let them, listen, I was relaxed, but they could not take the fucking piss. They could not take the fucking piss. They couldn't disrespect me because I won't have it. Anyone disrespecting me, I'll get rid of you. Simple. I'm not going to shout at you, not going to scream at you. You're gone. So if you are watching this right now and people are disrespecting you in your life, taking advantage of you, abusing your kindness, because some people take kindness for weakness. If anyone is doing that, it's not their fault entirely. It's your fault. You need to take some responsibility and think to yourself, well, why are these people doing this? I wonder, why don't you try this? If anyone's disrespecting you, why don't you try this? Why don't you try to tell them, I don't like the way you're dealing with me. Speak to me properly and don't try and take advantage of me. And see what happens from then on. I know a girl. I used to see it, I saw it one time actually. She told me that, the house that she was living in, there was a little kid running around in the house and the kid used to go into her bedroom. She's a fucking grown-ass woman for this child. Yeah? I don't care if she's in a house share with someone that she knows, whatever, in it. That's her private space. She said she didn't like the fact that the kid was running in her bedroom, whatever, and she's trying to get changed and kind of foolishness like that. The girl that she was living with, she used to come and burp in her ear. I said, nah, man, that's a disrespect. You need to tell that girl it's a problem. So I said, no, it is a problem. Do you know why it's a problem? Because you're telling me. If it weren't an issue, you would not be telling me. So it is an issue. Anyway, the girl addressed the situation and she said the girl never done it again. And she said she felt so much better about herself that she stood up for herself. So if anyone's taking advantage of you, taking a piss at you, disrespecting you, it is your fault because you're not putting a stop to it. It don't always have to end in a fight. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people when it comes to a confrontation. This is what's wrong with people. Now, you might be watching in America or somewhere else. I know people all around the world, Germany, Australia and stuff like that. But in the UK, people are fucking afraid of confrontation. They think to themselves, every time it's a confrontation, they're going to die or something like that. I know grown-ass people who, you know, they had some issues with their family members and they're afraid to go to the family member's house to confront about the situation. They would rather bring someone with them. Same gender, you know, same age group, you know. They're afraid of a confrontation. They're afraid of a confrontation. Even, listen, I don't give a fuck. Even if that person I'm going to go and confront could possibly beat me up, I don't care. I'll take that beating. I'll take that beating. I'm not going to be afraid to stand up for myself. And you are the lowest form of a human being if you are afraid to stand up for yourself. And that is why people are disrespecting you and taking advantage of you. You cannot control everyone. Not everyone is going to respect you. But you can take action and you can do something about it. You can remove yourself from that situation. You with a girl, you got a friend, you got a boss, you got a parent, you got a neighbor. Well, obviously neighbor, you ain't going to evict them, but you need to just start telling people, no, you are not dealing with me like this. I'm not a prick. You're going to respect me as a man or as a woman. So anyway, stand up for your fucking self. If people are in your life and they're giving you trouble, it's your fault. You need to deal with them. Stay wise.